Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everybody doing? Saturday here in Thailand, rainy day, or as my cousin that does the building calls a drink day, which is kind of like a snow day in some parts of the United States. Oh, holy shit, Logan! I thought something seriously happened to you and James. Hope you're well, my friend. Hello, everyone. So it's a drink day, I think. But we had a little bit of pissy rain, and it's covered. So I'll be really surprised, but I'll let you know if he shows. Should have another video out, maybe. Hey James, hey Scott, Tommy J. Who else is in here? Aaron, Justin, Nikki was here earlier. So I'll let you know. But he got the Edisfend. Where's my? Because I told you I'm keeping track of everything. I sent the eldest with my truck out yesterday, and it cost me 640 baht for the wood that you see used all over Thailand to support stuff to hold the windows. He got all the windows put on and the concrete across the top and set and leveled and which I was surprised too. Him and his wife and their son actually, because this is a bid job. In case you guys, hey Nikki, in case you didn't know, this part of the job is bid. I had him bid it. So the only thing, because I didn't really care, how long it took, but now I kind of do because I got the price from the solar man to put the panels on, to run the electrical out there, to run the electrical inside the garage. Hey Al, so we'll see. So now he's got to, he's going to have to wait on him to get the walls up, but then it might go pretty quick. I mean, pretty much they have 6 rows. Ended up being about 3 foot, and that's where I wanted the bottom of the windows so that my desk would slide under it, so I could put the plugs right there and that kind of crap. And what I did is I ordered 2 of I pretty much got everything that I was going to order, but like I said, the tools and like this here that I bought 2 of these. I put one, it's not together completely this morning. 2 rolling little deals that'll have tools on and stuff, and then 2 like workbenches or workstations. It's like they're 4 feet long and 2 feet or 2.5 feet deep. And then they got a back pegboard that stuff in 2 drawers. Anyway, you'll see it all. So we'll get that. Hey, Kenny. So I saw you guys. I think Jai's been putting out shorts every 20 seconds up on the YouTube. So I seen you guys drinking, and I don't know what was some pitch. She was crawling up someplace. I don't have a clue. I think they were speaking Thai. Yeah, that's the thing I've got to do. I got to figure out the one thing that I didn't buy yet is the refrigerator, and I think I'm just going to get a little one like this. It has a pretty good size freezer compartment, and it's got enough to hold well, I'm not a beer drinker, but a couple 6-packs of beer and a couple 4 or 5 waters and a 6-pack of Coke or something. I wanted to get one of those display cases. Kind of cool if someone came over, decided to work on something, with somebody. Thanks, Nikki. Uh, it would be kind of cool. But I still haven't. I've got time. I didn't buy any hand tools per se. I bought the welder. I bought the little rolling cart for the welder. I bought the mask. I bought a set of gloves, um, a hammer, a little wire brush, and some welding rod. And then I'll fart around with welding with that. And I still haven't gotten the compressor yet. Might have to wait a little while on that. A bunch of stuff. I don't know how much you guys are paying for insurance, but in fact, I wish that. Hey, Kenny, are you with Bobby? I'm curious on how much he paid. I paid 27,000 baht the first, or 28,000 for my all-in-one full. Anything that happens to my truck, it gets replaced. Insurance, and this they dropped it because I had no claims to 25 this year. And I think Bobby had told me before what he was spending on it, but it was I don't know. I don't know what you got a new truck too, right? You're back home now. Oh, Bobby's back home, or you are, as he is. um, you got a truck too. Anybody that's got a new vehicle, like on the car, I paid 20, and then on the old Suzuki, I paid 12. So I mean, I'm paying like 60,000 baht a year just for freaking car insurance. It's crazy, but anyway, both home. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. What you got a new truck, right? Didn't you buy a new vehicle of some kind? Anybody that's got one that doesn't care about divulging what they're paying for insurance, I'd sure like to know. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. So I put that together. He's got the walls like half up. I'm waiting on the doors being made. I think I told you guys that was 13,500, and it's basically a 9 foot by 9 foot opening. And then I think he said 50 centimeters or 40 centimeters above there for the roll up part of it, 50. So it's actually going to be a little bit above 10 feet, I guess. Not a new car, just bought a BMW M5. Shit. I should spend 26 grand. Yeah, imagine. Okay, so mine isn't. Okay, so I'm not paying crazy amount of money. Mine was 28 the first year, and then they dropped it to 25. I just paid yesterday. So, all right. So I feel better now, knowing that I didn't get completely screwed. And if Mitch is watching, I got a little scrolling thing going across that it's Mitch Day, so all prayers his way, please. And if you want to come on, if you're just listening, like I said, I was going to do in a couple of days. I didn't realize it was going to be a Saturday, but it's a Saturday. Hey, Logan, Logan, you've been busy and shit, right? I was worried, but I figured you guys were just busy. Because I think you posted a couple things on. I didn't go over and look at it. I still don't quite know how to operate that Instagram or whatever the hell it's called. No, per year. So I mean, it's not crazy money, right? 20 for full coverage. I mean everything, and I'm sure Kenny has the same. The bot's at 33, so 25,000 divided by 757 for the year divided by 12, $63 a month. So here I am pitching about something. But I guess I'm freaking getting used to Thai, the Thai people and the way they look at money. I just watched your little video this morning, or most of it, I should say. I kind of figured that. I kind of figured you were in California. Been back for a week and then up. Wow, Oklahoma. Oh, cool. Keep you busy. Are we down below 2 years now, or where are we at on the get out of jail retirement numbers of days and hours and minutes? I'll give you a minute to put that together. Is that the latest one? The one that I watched this morning was what was it? What was it? You were in some kind of a trailer park, concrete trailer park somewhere. I don't remember. I, I can't remember where it was. Was that the same? Was that the Bucky's one? I just didn't watch it. I only watched a couple of minutes of it. I was busy this morning putting together that rack, and I ordered red, and they gave me blue, but I ain't sending the damn thing back to China for. I think these are pieces of shit, but they're good enough to just hold and roll tools around and keep parts there so they don't disappear when you're taking something apart. But I so I'm not gonna. I haven't opened the other one. I ordered two. Knowing my luck, they probably sent me one red one and one blue one. So maybe I'll paint them both black. That'll teach them. But yeah, second part is huge. Oh, okay. So I only saw the first part then, because the first part it was short. Or was it part of that video? I don't know. I think you said goodbye, and then you went, and the video wasn't over. I'll go back and check it out because I'm like I said, I've been watching solo camping, van life, catch and cook stuff for years and years and years. It's what I would have wanted to do if things would have worked out differently. We would have been doing it though in a diesel pusher because I was in bigger is better back then 10 years ago. And if she was still alive, we were gonna travel the states in a 45 footer as big as I could get with 3 air conditioners and 500 watts of solar and basically off the grid so I could park anywhere I wanted. Well, people said, well, you can't park in all the stuff. I said, I don't care. I can park wherever I want to. So out in the middle of nowhere on the side of the road. So we were going to do that during the summer in the United States and then come and go a different place, like maybe Costa Rica for 6 months and then maybe Panama, maybe Thailand, maybe Taiwan, everywhere we were going to do. That was the retirement plan. And then God had to step in, or whoever that Almighty is, and with his sense of humor and say, let's screw with him just a little bit and toss his world upside down. So we'll see. But anyway, like I said, man, I couldn't have orchestrated this second part after her passing any better and been in any of a better situation than I'm in right now. One of the guys, I think I told you guys on the thing, said she hit the jackpot. And like I said, you got to go back and check me out and what she did and her family did for me. Yeah, Ryan popped in. I think it was the last video, saying he was trying to. I didn't get to watch all that one either. The part I watched up to was when he was trying to dodge you behind and you trying to keep the camera off of him. But he popped in and said that too. Remember to hit the thumbs up. I'm going to try to crash out. Life crazy with mother-in-law with the man. Every day has hurdles, man. Yeah, it does. Like I said, man, that Almighty, whoever he is or she is, I could say more stuff, but I'm not going to. Has a hell of a sense of humor, man, and likes to pull that rug out of underneath you and do stuff in life. Life's a bitch, and then you die, right? All's well. Prayers for Nikki too. But so if Bitch hears this and you want to jump on and do it, and you don't want to read the deals, I'll as they come up. If somebody says hello or whatever, because I think a couple people said something. Nikki said, "Got love for Mitch. Good man. Life can be crazy." If there's any other ones, I'll try to. Yeah, heartbreaking. I bet, man. Hey, Johnny, how you doing? Love to Mitch. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be a bummer, right? I mean, I couldn't even imagine losing 20. Only having 20% sight in one of my eyes, or losing my sight. It's got to be scary. Put it that way. Anybody that's going through anything, that is like that has got to be a little scary. He had a detached retina, and I guess it didn't go the way he wanted. He could have he was in Vietnam. He should have probably went to the doctor in Vietnam, and it would have got taken care of. But he flew back and waited, and they reattached it. Now he's got to lay down with his face facing the bed like continuously because that after that surgery, I guess they pump your eyeball full of nitrogen and it holds it in place or something. So you got to keep your head down. It sounds like a freaking nightmare to me, is what it sounds like. But anyway, that he was on the last live stream. He came on for about 30 minutes and kind of told everybody what was happening. Life can twist things. Yeah, you bet they can. I feel for them. Can happen with any age, sleeping like that. Yeah, it's got to be. Now, me, I'm a fat bastard, so I pretty much sleep on my stomach anyway. I shouldn't be, but or on my side or something like that. But anyway, would be any change. I don't like change. The older I get, the less I like it. There's Mitch. He said, "Thank you all. I'm listening." Said, "Thank you, Tommy." So you're reading something, and I'll try to read them as they come up, and you can come on if and when you want to. Uh, I'm just going, "Hey, Rob, how you doing?" A little bit over. Let's see. Hello, hello. Rob says prayers for you, Mitch. Who else came on? Aaron, Johnny. Dun, 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 dun. So anyway, praying all. Okay. So everybody's on the same page. Like I said, man, you get weird shit happens. I'll be glad to, like I said, I got to try some. My buddy told me the worst thing that bugs me the most so far is whether it's from the diabetes or the medication or whatever, my heart, it's not, my feet are numb, and it just drives me absolutely ape shit. And my buddy told me to try Epsom salt in a deal like a half a cup or something in a, you can submerge up to your ankle, and like a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and soak them. He said it relieves a lot of the numbing and all that shit. So I'm gonna try that. But it is like I said, if it's God, which I guess I'm leaning that way, I don't know. There's got to be something, right? I hope anyway. At least for my mom and my wife that passed, they were really religious. If they just died and there was nothing there, it would maybe they'd probably be a little pissed. I know my mother would. But just got a hell of a sense of humor, right? I mean, just little. Hey, let's try this, and maybe I would be too. If I was an almighty, I'd probably get bored. I'd probably try to do shit. I'm just screwing with everybody. Mitch Kitty said she will pray for you and hope you get better. Did you hear that, Mitch? So Kitty is on the praying wagon, and you must have. You're reading the comments, even though you're not supposed to be. I love that. That's shit I would do. I don't know. Screw what the doctor said. 20%, 20%. Hey, Mitch, one of the guys through the same thing might be done through was happening while I was there. Yeah, Ken. Yeah, what can you do, man? You just keep plugging at it, right? Just keep chugging because life's gonna throw you shit your whole till you take that last breath. Probably the last breath of relief. No more surprises. But you never think about. I was gone. My mom went through the same thing. My brother had to deal with it, which sucked. But she didn't go long, like a year, maybe two, when she was pretty bad. But still a lot of strain on my brother. But it's I don't know. I'm just hoping that you know I'd like to live a while and hang out. But if I gotta go, man, a massive heart attack, dead before I hit the ground, doesn't sound completely horrible to me. If I've got to go, I just really don't want. I don't want to be a burden on anyone. Did you answer my question, Logan? And I missed it. How many days and hours we have to retirement? You probably did. Positive vibes. Yeah, you got to stay positive, right? Yeah, I just can't see dementia. I'm hoping, or Alzheimer's or something like that. That's scares the shit out of me, and I'm getting a little forgetful and shit, and it scares me. But the doctor says that's normal, you know. I don't like it. It could be normal, but I don't like it. But you want to die in your sleep. That doesn't sound like a horrible way to go either. Now, my stepdad, he died of a massive aneurysm, and the doctor said he was like, watching baseball on TV, and a second and a half later, he was gone. So that might not be, you know, 2 years, 5 months, 21 days. Cool. I'll put that up there for a minute. Wow. Short timer, man. Um, there's Ryan. How you doing? Hope you're well. He's asking, how did the transition surgery go? I don't think he's went back to the doctor. He goes back. When did he go back? Sunday? Tomorrow? I can't remember, Ryan. I'm sure he'll hear it. But I'll put that up there in case he wants to read it with a little bit bigger lettering. Everybody's saying hi to Ryan. But yeah, I don't know. We get curveballs, I guess is what I call them, or that roller coaster ride of life, man. And I've been on the very top and damn near the very bottom throughout my life. And the middle's a nice place to ride, man. If there wasn't so many, the ups are great, but the downs, they weigh themselves out. But I take that a middle cruise now till I'm gone. Let's see, that one right over. It probably did. Why? What did he say? Oh, trans surgery. Okay, sorry about that, Ryan. I screwed up your joke. Well, no, everybody else probably got it. I'm the only one that didn't. Uh, yeah, yeah, or tools. Period. I have not bought something, no, and said, "Oh shit, I already have that," like a drill or something. So the tools I'm stocking up on. Like I said, I want to get the major stuff and have it in the garage. A nice air compressor, a real, from the wall or the ceiling for airline that'll reach anywhere in or outside of the garage. Um, a I'd like to have a plasma cutter, but I'll take a cut off or a chop saw, a sawzall, and I'll probably get those all the same manufacturer, and so the batteries are interchangeable. And I have an impact, but I usually keep that on the on the trailer to raise and lower the leveling legs on it. So I'll get another one with that'll match. And I've kind of got looked at a bunch of them. I have them on I got 300 items in my Lasada cart. So, but I overspent a little bit on some of the stuff putting in there. I should have waited a little while because I got um, uh, next month, the first week of next month, I got a 20 or 30,000 baht deal for medication and seeing the doctor. Now if I spend 30, I usually get back about 28. So it's like I don't really spend it, but I got to have it in there. And like I said, when I got this, I got rid of a chunk, but I've got other bank accounts. But anyway, it's not a big deal, but I make a big deal out of it. His voice is a little higher now. Let's see. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. I got Ryan's deal. I've got Ryan's joke now, so I wonder if I bring my cordless tools that they have inverter and converter 220 to 120, it would work charging batteries on them. I don't know. I don't know what that. I know that your phone deals and all that. It doesn't matter whether you plug it into 240 or 120 or 120. So I don't know what the chargers are like on this stuff. I have to look. I got one little cheap ass drill that I'm charging right there. I'll take a look and see underneath it and see if it has a swing. Most of them will say between 25 and 250 volts. If it doesn't need to have it, but I'll look on yours there. But some of the stuff, it's nice. I think it's a better deal here in Thailand, man. Having everything 240, there's no question about everything. You just buy 220 stuff. But I don't know if they'll let you. I don't know if they'll let you bring the batteries. I don't know if they're over. I think they have to be under a certain. No, because you could bring your drone batteries. I don't know. You'll have to check that out. Yeah, well, this is the plug here is basically a 120 plug. It's just a two-prong deal. So I don't know. You have to see. I don't know. I could look on that one, or do I have another charger? Let's see. Yeah, I'll end up pulling that off or pulling my headphones out. But I know a lot of them. Well, on your phone deal, that's just a regular 110 plug too. So I don't know. I would mention everyone, but I'm not. I'm not supposed to be reading. He's reading anyway. I should be shipped with the container full of stuff. There you go. Yeah, then it probably would be all right. Hey, Nanette, how are you? Hey, Maui, how's it going? Um, supposed to. Uh, but yeah, I never did do that either. I got some stuff. I wonder if I could. If I still have the option of, or my wife, of bringing a container full of, me, it would be mostly motorcycle parts, motors, frames, front ends. Uh, yeah, exactly. They're most of them were crap. I've got a couple of these, the boxes full of sockets and stuff, and they're okay. They'll be fine for the amount that I'm going to use it. Although I might end up if hopefully if I get the garage done soon enough, I'll roll the. I can't get a hold of the guy that did the work on the shadow, and I've got the set of straight pipes, and I've got all new controls, re-chromed and everything for the handlebar, and that's pretty much all I've got to do on it. I think. What else is I going to have to do? Something else, a little thing, a bolt-on deal, and then I'll probably try. If I was in there and I pull it out, I'll probably try to rejet the carburetor. I know it still shouldn't pop. I don't care what he did to the exhaust. Well, I don't know if it doesn't have enough back pressure, or if it does too much. I mean, it could. He'd have to screw with it, and I don't think he screwed with it. But we'll see. And the stuff I've been looking at is this stuff. If anybody's got, let me go here and where are you? Let me go here. Let me log into Lasada. I forget. It's the same thing that I ended up buying the same brand that I bought the. They're through Lasada. They're all made by the same Chinese people. Yeah, I'll bring this up. But let me go back. Sorry. Here. Present, share screen. Come on. There you go. Lasada. Yeah. This stuff here, how do you sell Delton? It's all made through Lasada. I like to get this pressure washer. This is a combination of an impact and a screwdriver. This is kind of like the welder that I bought. It's a little bit different. One I bought was 1800 something. It's got a set of wire on it. I'll try it. We'll see. But I bought it basically just for the arc or stick, whatever Craig says is correct. Let's see. Are you guys seeing all? Are you seeing all that stuff? I guess you are. Okay. So anyway, wrong one. Here we go. These are some. I bought this here for crimping bigger stuff. Getting ready to put that. I did get the fuse panel. Man, it's so nice. And then like these two. I figure if I bought all the same, even the air compressor. I don't know, but if anybody has any of their stuff, let me know what you think of it. If it's any good or not. Nope. Lightning. Hopefully we don't lose internet. I have 1824 volts. That is heavy duty. Yeah, I bet. Bosch, jackhammer. Yeah, I like nice stuff. But I don't know. It's also the same as that inner. Somebody has a welder that's that inner something. The same manufacturer makes that, and then also that Japan Toyo. They're all the same. I mean, you look at them; they're definitely made by the same Chinese company, and they just put different stickers on them. And I heard good things about that Intertech or whatever, and it's kind of like a Lasada uh, brand, their house brand. So we'll see. And to have a grinding wheel and a vise of some kind, just to if I'm going to do the trailer eventually, so I need cut off saw, the welder, that kind of stuff. Once I get the trailer, make my modifications and that stuff. But I think pretty much everything. The panels should be here maybe Monday or Tuesday, along with the controller, and then the only thing that I've got to buy in that 72,000 baht. I think I paid for everything so far. That includes 5,000 labor for him to put the panels on the roof. I have to buy the brackets, which may be another 5,000 baht. But I'll put that in there in case anybody wants to know what it costs to do it. Because like I said, I'll also do a video on putting that in, because it's hanging that, and the breaker box is freaking awesome. You just bring in it's easy. And I bought a couple of raceway deals, make it look clean on the board. I haven't talked to Andrew directly, but I'm probably going to just get a piece of regular board. It would have been nice to have that fancy wood deal, but do I really need it? No, not really. Um, I can't speak for other brands here because I've not tried the other cordless brands. Cordless hammer drill is much better than I expected. Yeah, I've seen the quality on it. It seems to be okay. Like I said, they make that inner tech. Inner tech is the same thing. The same welders. They look identical. And I've heard people talk about them, and they say they're decent. They're good. Mine's not going to get any kind of heavy duty freaking usage, but I'll be able to do little shit around here and getting out there. I got to get an air conditioner. I think I said the other day I'm going to buy that TCL, or let me see what it is. I think it's TCL, TLC, TCL. I've been looking at all. So there it is. It says 27,000 when you look at it here. I'll put it back to where it was. It's not the highest SEER rating that I've seen. I wanted to be. I would have liked to have been at 20, for it. But here, let me pull it up again. There it is. If you see it there, it's 27,000. It says on that. But when you go and you actually click on it, it's a 24,000 BTU. It's 16,350. That includes the line set, the remote control, and the condenser. So, and I'm figuring it's going to cost me about maybe 4,000 baht to have it put in, maybe less. But it's 17. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? I know it says somewhere. I think it's here, right here. 17.37 on the SEER, which is good. I mean, it's not a slouch, but 20 would have been better. But the 21s are like 25,000, 28,000, and they're better brand names too, Carrier, that type thing. But I've got to get that. That's in the budget. It's all in my book. And the only thing that's not really in there that's going to be separate is the hardscape concrete that's going to be coming through the trailer parking area all the way to the street, because that's going to probably be 40,000 baht. Um, how much did you pay for yours, Kenny? You still here? There's also all gates, fences, and everything. With that, I'd buy another when it comes time. Yeah, I'll have to check and see. Taking, what did you buy? I I might buy something for posts because we might do that on the property because, like I said, I might put a good fence across the front, but the ones going down the side and across the back, I think I'm just going to set those concrete posts, put something across it, metal, galvanized or something, and then put that roofing on there because I don't care. I'd rather have it blanked off or next to me, and the dogs can run and go crazy. That's the main thing. Like she let all the puppies out every day when she comes back. If it's light, she doesn't work late. 10 of them, I think we have, or 11 with Caesar, and they all run over there and they just follow her around, and they'll kind of get away and she'll yell, and then they all come over and scamper. They're going to be good dogs, but she's still got, I think, 8 of them. She still has left, so we'll see. But do you remember how much you paid for your concrete, like your entryway there, your landing strip? I was trying to figure out exactly. I tried to go back in my book and look and see what I did for mine, but mine's like twice as long as what I need. But I could have just cut it in half. But I'm still looking. But if you know off the top of your head what your landing strip was coming up there, um, that would help me. Hand dug more dirt in the past 6 months. Previous 20 years. Nah, I ain't digging shit. I ain't gonna do it. Now I might buy him. If we do that, I might buy a post hole digger. But that on that edge of the property there, the dirt isn't really 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 packed anyway. But I don't know. They're cheap. I think the little 2-stroke deals. I don't think they're a lot of money. Put it that way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like crazy, man. Like I said before, man, I'm not gonna. I don't know what you pay if you get a laborer to come out there, but the norm here in Surin is between 400 and 500 for a semi skilled, person. But so what is that? I don't even know. The bond going down. Let's see. Might be expensive now. Let's say 500 baht divided by $15.15 a day. So it's like, am I going to really get out there and dig holes? No, I can't see it happening. No, I gave front parking area and added the runway, so it was an adjustment of about two truckloads or cubes. Or is that what cube is? Cubes. Because I think the one that I just poured was 4.5, and I think the trucks hold 9. I don't remember. But I paid 2,100 each for those. Because I got better concrete, you could get like this level or this grade or whatever. Still came out like water. Like I said, my masonry contracting buddy that's built a bunch of garages and shit. I said it was a little wet. He goes, "Yeah, a little," but that was pretty fun. Cubic meters. Is that? Oh, cubic meters. Okay. But so I don't know. It's going to probably be. I'm guessing for what I paid there was 9,000. I think for that 4.5 Q or whatever they call it, each one. And I think the trucks hold 8. But I'm going to say probably at least 3 of those to do the driveway. So another 30, and then probably 5,000 for labor. So we'll see. Yards in the US. Yeah, exactly. And I think the trucks used to get 9, 10 yards. I don't know. I'm stuck between yards and and meters. But I don't know. So that'll be separate. I'd like to get that in, but I don't think I did the solar, so I kind of pulled I went quick at that. If I would have saved that, I would have had 70,000 baht extra to do all that and probably a bunch of other shit. So I'm gonna have to. But I'm glad that I've got I got the solar. Like I said, we'll see how it works. This one all set up, all program, and and it's got that bigger battery, which we'll see what that is because it was so cheap. It'll be here. It's in the same thing. I think it's coming through customs now, so maybe middle of next week. Oh, I lost. There you guys are. Or there I am. It. I don't know. It should do a great. I should be paying zero, so or zero add on. What I should try to do too. I wonder if I can get another meter set. Can I get another meter set? It's a separate property, or are they going to charge me more because there's no addressed house on it? I'll have to ask my wife. She's home today. She's got Monday off too. What's the holiday on Monday? She couldn't remember. She said, "I don't care. I have it off." So I said, "Okay." So it's something probably to do with somebody. Um, I can get 20 post holes dug for 300 baht. That sounds really reasonable. I had 4 people digging all the pits for the fruit trees and the other property. Gave him 1,000 and bare 16 total holes, 4 foot deep, 6 foot round. Yeah, I mean it. And you probably overpaid the living crap out of him, which I usually do too. I mean, even though I'm giving him whatever, I'll throw him extra, at the end. Just always 1 cubic meter is 1.3 cubic yards. Yeah, and I think I can't remember if I'm right. You might know a 4 inch or round slab, a driveway type thing, 10 foot wide. I think you could get 20 foot out of one of those trucks, or maybe it was more. Not to ask. I should ask my buddy. Maybe I'll call him. He was the one that I think originally told me you can get 10 foot wide driveway, one truck, 10 yards or 9 yards or whatever it is, and I think it was 20 20 feet, but I can't remember. If that's the case, it's about 60 feet up there, so about three truckloads, I'm guessing. But it'll be nice. I'd like to get that done before. It looks like we got rain all this week. Of course, it's not raining out now, and it's overcast as hell. Sun's starting to peek through. I don't even know what time it is. It's almost 9. So I don't. I could check the. That's what's nice about having the cameras. I can check the cameras and see if he's here. Like I said, I've got a little bit more filming to do. Probably today if he shows up, and then I'll probably put out another installment of the garage build. Let's see. There you are. My cameras. Let's see. Let me see my truck. I don't see. I'm gonna guess it's a drink day, but I'm hoping I'm wrong. He's been getting a little bit ambitious, but I mean it's so nice to just be able. I turned one of the cameras around, so I don't know if you can see that all that great, but that I have enlarged too. There's on the top of my man cave. You can see where's my finger? You can see the sink, stainless steel sink right there. But it's nice, makes it kind of cool. And I'm sure Kenny probably looked at his 100 times while he was in Koh Chang. But yeah, I don't know. I'd like to get it done. I'd like to get started on some of the stuff. Like I said, I'd probably already have the shadow in there, putting that and have the straight pipes and stuff on it. I did give one of them a good cigar. Anything more excited about the cigar? Probably was. Probably they would never do that. You can get 9 yards, 4 inch thick from 1 cubic yard of my. You can get 9 square yards from 1 cubic yard. And how many cubic yards were in the truck? So I don't even know. What would 10 by? See. Oh, that'll fry my brain. I'm not going to do that now. If brain math is correct, yeah. So I don't know how many how many square yards. So I think 9 square yards is what was in the truck, right? And I could have swore it was 20 feet. What is 20 feet times 10 feet? What does that work out to square yards? Somebody with a calculator or a brain better than mine. Where's Craig when you need him? Craig or Jake? Depends on the size of the truck. Here they have anywhere from 2 to 10 cubic meters. Yeah, so one truck is 20,000 baht. That sound right? Because he said I think I paid 2,100. I'd have to. I can look at my book. I think I have a book. It's been through the grinder. Let's see. 4.5 square meters or whatever cubic meters. 2,150 a cube. So if that's 9, that's half a truck basically. So it would have been it was 9,695. So you had down there 20,000 baht for 2 trucks. So I hope it's 20 feet. I hope that works out. What is 20 feet? Who anybody know? How wide? 10 foot wide. 10 foot by 20 foot. And that would be what they brought would basically, I'd imagine from what I see here, a half of truck, four and a half. So that would be nine, 9 cubic meters in the truck. So yeah, and like I said, I don't know. It was higher. Maybe the more I buy, maybe because I bought less. Because they told me originally it was going to be 1,800 a Q. So maybe that thought I was going to buy a whole truck, or I don't know. I'll have to check it out. But 1,800 sounds better than 21. Imagine that. Yeah. So send me the dimensions, including the thickness. I don't know the whole dimensions, but I don't know the length. So I'll have to get out there and try it. It's probably 60 feet by 10 foot wide, maybe 80. Do it 80 if you can figure it. Is it hard to figure out? I don't know. I'm trying to think. How do you do it? Would you take it and then divide it by 3? My math is. I only have like. What did I do here? I only had like ninth grade math. I went all the way through high school, but I never graduated. Let's see. So that would be, let's say just 20, if that's what a truck is. 20 times 10 equals 200. Would it be divided by 3? 66? It can't be. So I'm obviously not doing it right. Who's a genius or smarter than me? Who has better than 8th grade math skills? Yeah, I'm trying to think how, because the one's like 20. So that's 20. It's probably 80. 80 feet. I'd say that's probably pretty close. 80 feet. Thanks, Kenny. Obviously, I can't figure it out. Maybe I can go on Google. The Almighty. Let's see what they say. 200 square feet of is how many square meters? 18.58 square meters. So, and that's what you're saying. That's what 200. Is that what I said? 200. Yeah, 200 times 10 is, or 10 by 20 foot long. That would be 18. Wow. Mr. Mitch calculator. Concrete calculator, really? So, am I doing that right? 200 square feet is how many square meters? I don't know. That's only telling me square meters, but it's not telling me how many feet. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm lost. Let's see. www. 20 by 30 is 600 square feet. So, but it's saying that this is saying that 20. No, I put 100. I put 200 is 18 square meters. But I don't know how many square meters I got. I don't know how many square cubic meters in a truck. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm gone. I'm lost. I just know that the garage is 20 by 20. Okay. So if you split that in half, that's 10 by 20. So I'm actually getting 20 by, yeah, I can figure it out that way. So, cause that, the garage is, we poured more than 20 by 20, poured like 22 by 22. So, half of that. So that would give me a over 4 inch. There was damn near 6 inch on there. 20 foot long, 10 foot wide. So for half a truck, so I would get 40 feet out of a truck. So 2 trucks. So 20,000 baht. Okay. Did that make sense to anybody but me? If the garage is 20 by 20 and I used almost a 4.5 Q, then that truck full would pour 10 foot wide, 40 feet long. So and if I have 80 feet, I'd need 2 trucks full of, I'd need 10Q in each one, 20Q. All right. See, I solved it on my own street map. Yeah, but it's like that concrete is easily 6 inches in that garage. So at 4 inches, I probably could get. Yeah, I think that I got to find out. Do you know how much you paid for a truck full of concrete for 10 cubic whatever of concrete? I don't know how much. I know I have it written somewhere from Ubon, but I don't remember. I'll have to find out, but I'll shop that out a little bit because if I can get it. I mean, it's a difference of, let's say, 2021, right? And if I have 20 times 2100 is 42,000, and 20 times 1800 is 36. So quite a bit of saving. Probably pay for the labor to do it. So it probably cost me 40 if I find a decent deal on concrete. 3 meters by 25 meters, 10 by 80, 75 square meters, but you need to know how thick. Yeah, 4 inches is what I'm going to run it at with steel in it. There'll be that rollout hog wire. And like I told my buddy, and I said it on here, people, man, I look at all the concrete here, and it was all wet when they poured it. It looked like crap to me. And boy, it's been 2 years, 3 years here, and 2 years in Ubon, and you can go out there and look, and there ain't a crack anywhere, and not even any settling or anything. Although I did do here. I had massive pylons put down because I told him I will not tolerate one crack in the corner of my house from any kind of movement. So they were long as a 40-foot bus, and they put about 30 of them in. I don't remember exactly, but that's not too far of an exaggeration. Um, I'm about to pour a new shop at my place, 21 by 31, and we'll put a 20 by 20 shop with a 10-foot carport. Is that in Thailand? Because you're moving to Thailand, right? The Thailand house? I'm screwing with you a little bit, brother. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, if it was, well, I just put that away. It was 4.5 Q in that truck, which would make, if it was double, and we think that the trucks hold about 10 Q, that would be 9, right? 9 Q. And if they poured a 6 inch, and it might have been between 4 and 6, I don't know. But if they poured that 20 by 20, half of that would be 10 by 10. So that would be 10, 20 feet. What? Am I right? No. 20, 40 feet, 10 feet wide. So that would be 40 feet. Two trucks would be 80 foot. Oh, no, one truck would be 80, right? One truck, because right now it would be 40. Yeah, one truck full might pour that out to measure it. 80, then that'd be cheap, right? 10,000 maybe or something. No, 20,000. 20,000 baht. I better get out there and measure it. Okay. So that's in the math of the backroom down to earth university math, but I mean it makes sense if I got 20 foot long by 20 foot wide and I slice that in half and I put them together. Now I've got 40 feet, 10 feet wide. So, and that was half a truck. So a full truck would do 80 feet, 10 feet wide. Cool. 10 foot, yeah. So per meter for 10 foot by 80. Well, cool. So I'm hoping it's 80. We'll see. But I know it's not 160. So I know I don't need two trucks. So, and then I'll also have to find out what what I need for the carport. That's going to only be 10 feet wide. So no, no, here in the states. The other day destroyed last year one of the storms. Bummer. Place for the gym and shit. Yeah, I can see that. But yeah, so that sounds better because I thought I might be able to swing that. I still can sneak some money out of the states and maybe do that because I got to do this over here. The wife wants to open up the wall and put a gate there, which I want to do too. And then I'm going to get just stepping stones from there temporary over to the garage because I'm not going to want to be walking in uh, mud. If I put that runway up that one side, it's only about 30 feet. I might just have them pour a little temporary pathway 2 inches thick over there, concrete. Then I'll just walk out to the concrete driveway and walk up it past the trailer and into the garage. I just don't want to get out there and, get my thong sucked, screaming, the crazy Farang screaming at the top of his lung, pissed off in the middle of the property up to his ankles in mud. So we'll see. Hey, Gino, how you doing? Morning. Doug and Noon's house. Well, hello, everybody. I saw that picture's freaking awesome. If you guys aren't friends with anybody on Facebook, you're missing out. That picture's freaking the shit. That ought to be mounted somewhere and put up. So hopefully somebody will do that. Great picture of all of them. Craig too and his wife. Yeah, you guys are coming. What's today? 10? So it's 6 days, right? You'll be here on the 16th, or you're traveling on the 16th. Looks like my math is bad. Do you remember how much you paid for a truck full of concrete? God, I want to say I thought I paid less than 20,000 baht. I thought I paid way less than that. Yeah, my wife just had them all out, Caesar and the other 8 or 9 black ones, all in the property next door. They'll take them out every day and let them run amok. I did get, in case you guys are wondering, we took them when we were on vacation. I said, this guy didn't take all the puppies, and they were supposed to take them and get their shots. So I told my wife, I don't want anything happening to these dogs, croaking or something. So when we got back, the day we got back, she took them all from Ubon. She took them all over to the vet. So Caesar's and they all have had their first shots. And I think my wife's got a little paper deal, what they gave them and all that shit. So I'll have that for you too. When I'll have to ask her what, but I'm sure she does. 16th. Okay, cool. No, I do not. You don't remember? Your memory's bad as mine. How can I not remember what I paid for so many truckloads, especially in Ubon? You'd think I'd remember. But anyway, doesn't matter. Whatever it is going to be, right? There's always overpour in those trucks. I have forms ready just in case. Yeah, and what I think I will is I'll have him doing that little pathway over to where we're going to open up the wall. Right on the other side of the man cave here. That those slide in, whatever they are, they're about 6 foot wide panels. That whole section's coming out. And then we're just going to put in a swing gate for now and just something simple. Keep the dogs in the yard, in our yard. We'll do something simple. And then when we get ready, there's going to be a 6 foot offset there for where the 2 bedrooms are from the house, so that you can get out and around the house. So it'll be interesting. But I should, well, like I said, he originally told me 18 or 1900. But see, it could be that I paid for, you can get crap concrete. You can get like 3 or 4 different grades. And I think this for the garage, I think I had them give me the top grade. So I'll have to find out. But I'm going to paint that concrete. Somebody wanted me to put in black and white. Check, I ain't going to do that. But I'm going to paint it. I think I'm going to paint it gray on the inside, or light gray, and the floor a dark gray, just so anything that drops on the floor I can wipe up. I know they have garage floor paint, so I'm going to buy that because I'm going to want to do that fairly quick before they f up the concrete. Let me let the maniac in, even though there's not a bunch of room. What you want in, huh? Bunch of room for you. So be careful. All right, find a spot and lay down. Yeah, so I don't know that anyway. That made me feel better now. It's only 20 versus I thought 40. So yeah, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. Hey Douglas, how you doing? Uh, cool. Gossiping about you always, always. But you got to do something with that picture, man. I don't know who took it or whose picture. You got to have something like that made and hanging up there, and everybody ought to that's in there should be taking that home. Great picture, man. It's awesome. Everybody's saying hi to Douglas. Douglas saying hi to everybody else. Um, so how long we been on? We've been on over an hour already. Let me check and see. It's only 9 o'clock, so I know he's not. I've got my. I try to think that hopefully he's gonna get some kind of deal. It would be nice if he would, but I don't think so. Yeah, I'll have my wife call him. I'm not gonna let him slide. Like I know what she's gonna say. Well, we had him bid it so that he could do it on his own time. Well, now his time is my time because I've got other people that are need to get in there to do shit, and he needs to be done with certain stuff before they can get in there. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so too. It's on Facebook. I don't know who posted it. I think it was Gino. And I don't know how to say. I still can't pronounce your wife's name. It's under her name, I think. I'd have to. Let's see if I have. Let's see if I can find it. Where am I at? What do I need to be on Facebook? Let me see if I can find it. I think it starts with an S. S. There it is. First one. Eckley. Sukhanya. It's horrible. What a fine looking family. But let's see if I think it was her that posted it. Yeah, there it is. See if I can bring it up. Let me see if I can bring it up. I'll probably get they'll probably take down my channel because I just kidding. Let's see. Get stop screen. Present. Uh, share. Come on. Come on. Facebook. Okay. Can you guys see it? Is that a great picture or what? Let me see if I can get it full screen. Awesome picture. Take it down before they take down my Facebook. Just kidding. She's right now on the typewriter typing in. Somebody's stealing our pictures and putting it on their YouTube channel. Just kidding. But I don't know. Awesome picture. What happened? How come I'm not on there? Oh, because I changed. There we go. Just sent you the pic. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'd like to have a copy of that too. Send me a copy of it. I just think it's an awesome picture. I think you guys should have it hanging up. I would. Um, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, always, always. But anyway, he's not here. It's been an hour. What do I want to do? There's still 14 of you diehards hanging out. Is Logan, you, and Jamie still awake? I didn't check it. This thing sound all right or what? I know it's. I keep hitting my screen. I did get like I bought a desk, a simple desk. I don't even think it was 1,000 baht. It's going to be a real piece of shit. Put this computer, the one that I got from the all-in-one deal, and then I've got a brand new 24-inch flat monitor that I'm going to put on a swivel like this out there, and put that out there. And then I didn't do it. I said it last live stream. When I walk out there to do some videoing for the video on part 3. I got to take my phone and see if I'm getting any signal out there. Worst case scenario, I might have to move the deal here out from under my TV, get it up higher, and then put a booster or something on it. Just hanging out, cool. uh, Sound is good. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Scott. All right, cool. Thanks, Gino. Great picture, man. But yeah, so hopefully he gets here today. Because he could run a lot of block today. But like I said, when you're an alcoholic, I think you're looking for anything to drink. So like I said, it's a snow day for him, and the sun's starting to come out. The thing's covered. I mean, so it's not like there's an excuse that it's out in the middle of a field somewhere. So I don't know. Maybe he's going to show. Who knows? He gets here sometimes after 9, so we'll see. Hey Brock, how you doing? Let's see. Pardon my eyesight, but is that correct? On the left in the water, yeah, with his head just barely sticking to the. I think his wife's trying to drown him. It could be. Did he get out of that water alive, Douglas, or did she kill him? She might have killed him. It's good for the YouTube channel. White man in the middle with the beard. Very cool picture, man, for sure. But anyway, we'll sit here and rap for a while. There's still 14 of you diehards here, so working on Indiana Jones type picture for you. Brock's going crazy with that AI stuff. It is quite interesting. It is quite interesting. Now, just no, I don't want you to type. I was going to ask you a question, but I think you're going back tomorrow to the doctor. But if you do, just hit a Y. Yes, if you're going tomorrow, I think you're going tomorrow. Yes, very, very, very much so. I agree. like I said, man, you can say what you want to about YouTube. You can bitch and moan, $1,000 or whatever that I paid double tax on, that my wife got last year, who's happier than shit to have it. If I had to make a living off of it, maybe I'd bitch, but I doubt it. But I wouldn't know anybody, man. I'd probably be dead because I probably would have died in Kamala. Never met Nitnoy, never met any of you. It just, everybody that I've met face to face on here have been good people. Craig's like a fish. No adults were hurt. It's a great picture, man. I don't know who took it, but who did you have take it? You're all there. Um, yeah, everybody. And like I said, I want to go. It's probably gonna be second week of next month. I have a doctor's appointment the first week. I'll probably set up a 3-day trip to Pattaya, John Tiem. I'll let you guys know ahead of time. I'm not going to really set up like we did last time. It's just I'm going to be there these 3 or 4 days. This is where I'm going to go eat the first night. Anybody that wants to show up, come on up, and whoever can make it can make it. Whoever can't. And I'll be around for those 4 days, so you guys know how to get a hold of me. And if I'm doing that, I'll probably do a live stream from there. I'll probably set it up so that I get a decent price on the hotel and all that. Probably within the next couple of weeks. Give it a good month between. So another week, I'll probably know, and I'll let you guys know. But that's when I met Craig and pretty much everybody there. I met Jake and Pate. I mean, just a bunch of good people, man. Yeah, I bet you had a good time. Yeah, you couldn't have two good people, that's for sure. Their better halves might have something to say about that, though. They might not like them. But they are good stand-up men, both of them. It, I don't know, man. When I meet people like them, like Gino, like Mitch, they're stand-up people, man. I know when I talk to them, I'm getting a straight answer. They have honor, they have integrity. The stuff that I think society is just pissing on and not teaching their children, not teaching anything. Respect is a big deal to me. Uh, do I expect everybody to give it to me? Yeah, but I earn my respect, and it's just that an honor, and no one gives a shit anymore. They don't care, you know. They- People just don't give a shit, and that's why I'm kind of glad I'm here in Thailand and not in the U.S. It was just getting worse and worse and worse, you know. Kids were out of control and don't respect anybody, you know. I mean, when we were taught when we were young, somebody came in, we were at Easter or something, and uncles and aunts and friends and the elderly, the 45, 50-year olds, we always went to them and said, hello, how you doing, Johnny? How you doing, Uncle Jim? How you doing, Aunt Ange? What can I get for you? What can I do? Can I help out? Can I do? They don't do none of that shit anymore. Kids are got their phone in their face and tucked in a corner. There are a few, there are some, but I think it's gone away, man. I hate to see it. I mean, I hate to see it. It's just it doesn't nothing pisses me off more than people that are idiots, you know, stupid people, because you can't beat it out of them, you can't starve it out of them. They're idiots. They're idiots, and what just seems like we're, especially in America. I can't talk about the rest of the American people that I saw. They just are a whole crap load of idiots. You know, their kids are growing up with no respect, nothing. Nothing. Don't care. The one that I say all the time is my kid came up to me. Billy's dad bought him a brand new car. And Billy, the guy that I came in the other day to get you because he didn't put any oil in that car and he blew it up, that's because he didn't earn it. He didn't go out and do anything for it. He didn't respect it. He didn't care, you know. And I probably give him another one, you know. So I don't know. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just, um, I don't know, man. It seems like I've always been a big deal of what my mom instilled in me. Treat other people like you want them to treat you. Was I always like that? Not so much when I was younger. I had a bad attitude. Um, and I was in a different deal. It just, I wasn't, I considered myself a horrible person when I look back at it now. Was people that have met me think that I was? Probably if they hung around me long enough. But for the most part, I mean, it wasn't like I was complete, but I just I didn't care about anything. Didn't care about what people thought. Didn't, this one taught me to give a shit a little bit about what people think. Uh, and that was when, she, with my cussing, I mean, I've told the story before, I'd come home and she'd have her church group inside the house and having lunch or something. And I'd come in and get on the phone with my friends. And my friend that was the worst, F you ever, hey, how the F are you? How old are you, mother? But I didn't realize it. And the whole time, my wife, I guess, was giving me dirty looks and stuff. And then after everybody left, she said, man, you gotta, why? Why do you need to talk like that? I said, well, talk like what? I didn't realize it. She goes, well, I taped you. You want to listen to it? I said, yeah, I do. I said, holy crap. No, that's probably the worst I say. I try to hold back a little bit. Um, my uncles, like I said, told that story before. At 16, we became men, sort of. And my uncles were out on a fishing boat on Bass Lake. And all of a sudden they started, oh, son of a man, never heard a cuss word out of their mouths. And it was because we became, at 16, men, I guess, and never in front of my aunts, never in front of women, never, never ever. And I went off that deep end on that. But I learned, I curb it pretty much. And like I said, I do it a lot on here because 30 years, 40 years after I'm dead and gone, my great great grandkids might, hey, let's watch what great, crazy uh, great grandpa, was doing. And they don't have to listen to a bunch of cussing. So that's why I curve it a little bit or try to. So yeah, I think so too. You know what's really weird too? The I was talking about it. The people, the Italians on the East Coast are way way different than the West Coast. They're still real. We floated off our three, my two uncles and my mom, grandma and grandpa. They're the ones that came from Connecticut. Everybody, like I said, half the family went from Italy to Australia. The other half came into New York, ended up in Connecticut. But my one uncle had seven kids. My other uncle had three. My mom had me and my brother. But as those branched out and started having kids and families, and it was, you know, we all met up for Easter, Christmas, birthdays, all the big holidays, and had, there was always all the fixings, but there was always lasagna and sausage and and everything for every occasion. But that slowly went away. And in the East Coast, boy, they're still, somebody gets sick, they need this. Okay, Uncle Bob will take watch over and make sure that he's okay from 6 in the morning till noon, and Aunt Mary will come over from. They'll set up the whole damn thing, to make sure everything. Kind of lost that on the West Coast. I don't know if you notice that or if you're that in touch or have a lot of family on the East Coast, but it's different. It's really different. That's why I think I love the Thai people too. Their family is a big deal, and as it should be. And that's what I think is gone from the United States. The family's gone. It's sad. It sucks. I'll tell her. Hey, thank you. I look forward to seeing you guys too. It's going to be fun. I saw the situation happen. I had to keep my head straight. Almost lost my crap. Would have ended up behind bars. I'm pretty sure. Not ruining chances to get to Thailand. Stupid idiot. For a stupid idiot. Yeah, exactly. You know, 25 years ago when I was probably still, I don't know. Anyway, it was like in the bars and stuff, we'd be out riding around or whatever. And it was like they had hit me on their forehead, just stupid, stupid people, man. And asking stupid questions. For the most part, guys that ride bikes, one percenters or whatever, unless you're an asshole, they'll say hello to you. They'll say hi, how you doing? You don't have to be, you know, you know. There's some assholes. There's assholes everywhere. You'll know that immediately if you do that. But if you're stupid, you're going to get beat up. I mean, it's just a given fact, you know. And granted, most of the people that were around me that got beat up deserve to get beat up. But like here, I won't do anything doing there. Where am I going to go, man? I live in Thailand. My wife and my family's in Thailand. My grandkids are in the States and still going back there. But where am I going to go if they say we're going to ban you from Thailand for 10 years because you lost your shit? I can't do that. Let's see. Um, you will live on forever in the minds of our. Thank you. Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping with this too. You know, hopefully that YouTube doesn't lose all of its tapes and shit that they have in their vaults. But I could just see it down the road. Great grandkids or something. Saying, let's just turn on YouTube. Let's see what great grandpa Dave, crazy grandpa, had to say about whatever he's talking about that day. And I'm all laughing, eating popcorn, and having a good time. It would makes me smile. That's why I still think I'm going to do some dead tapes, I think, starting fairly soon. So in case I croak beforehand, a couple of them to be shown on YouTube. I'll have to show my wife how to unlist them and put them on public when I do croak, so everybody will know what's happening, and it'll be on a lighter note, of course. Time to go, and for my kids and stuff, stuff that I probably wouldn't say when I'm alive, about things in the past and stuff, and just do one tape for my wife here, from the kids here, for my kids and grandkids, and my cousins and stuff that are, if they outlive me, um, uh, to watch. So we'll see. Mm. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. Exactly. When we went to the World Run in it was '99, no 2000, Missoula, Montana, whatever year that was. Um, we rolled in. I was a prospect. We rolled into the hotel, and there was all FBI, and they were in the pool and out and asking us, "Hey, how you doing? You want to know where the run site is?" Now we're okay. We just love you guys. We come out here. There was Arizona cops, Montana cops, Wyoming cops, the ATF, the FBI. I mean, just everything, and it was ideal. The guys that put it together. It was a middle of summer, hotter than the hubs of hell, and it was a ski resort. So there was one way in and one way out. So we had everybody at the gates. They weren't getting in. No way. You know. And these guys said the same thing. Well, why is that? It's like a vacation to us. We get to come here. Is there occasional fight? But somebody said stupid something in a bar? Yeah. Is there ever anything else? No. No. Piece of cake for us. So it is, as long as you're smart, and not an idiot, they're good people. Like I said, are there idiots? Yeah, sure. They're all over the place. Doesn't matter. They're in the Catholics church. Doesn't matter where or what. But for the most part, they're good. They're good guys. They just have a different outlook on the way they live their life, and uh, it's different than some. That's all. Um, What is it? I don't need to end up doing. Yeah, an orange jumps. Yeah, like I said, to get back onto that, man, I don't know what I would do if because at a certain point there was some crap happening with trolls and stuff, and I was getting uh, kind of dumb. It was like stupid shit, but I was getting aggravated. And if it wasn't for my wife and friends around me, I probably would have done something stupid, and I'm glad that I didn't. Uh, I heard, Farang on Farang, it's kind of maybe nothing would happen. But what happens if it did? What happens if I got kicked out of Thailand? What would I do? Anybody for that fact, even the other person or whoever. I would never ever confront a Thai person. I don't think they'd really have to like come at me with a knife and try to stab me or shoot me or something. It would have to be fairly obvious that I was defending my life. Uh, Otherwise, I would just walk away. And for any Farang, too. You would have to really back me into a corner to get me to do anything. Plus, I'm 68 years old. I've only got about 30 seconds left in me. So if I can't do some real physical damage in 30 seconds, I'm screwed. But there's no need for it. All that stuff was stupid. Um, you know, uh, Hell, we're all retired. We should be having a good time. And that's what we do. Hey, Ted, how you doing? Yeah, which is a good thing, Brock. I got no good. I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to do nothing. I enjoy my time not having them in and out of the chat. Um, but yeah, so but like I said, honesty, respect, all that stuff is kind of important to me. It was a big deal. I don't know if anybody knows, but in that certain type deal, you can't lie to anybody. If you're in if you're in a club or something like that, and somebody comes up and says, "Hey, Billy saw you at this liquor store at 10 o'clock last night. Were you there?" And you lie and you say no, you're out. You can't lie to anybody in the club. You can lie to whoever you want to on the streets, but in the club you can't. So being truthful, and I try to be. People that meet me, I know at least 99% of them will say, "Dave is the exact same guy that you see right now there in person. He's not any different. There's no dramatic change, and that's the way it should be with everybody. If somebody asked me, there might be a few questions that I would never respond to, or just I claim the fifth, or whatever. But for the most part, if somebody asks me something and I feel like I can answer it, I'd answer it. In fact, Joe and Gift, a long time ago said I talk way too much about myself. But I don't care. I consider this a bunch of friends sitting around bullshitting every 3 or 4 days about stuff that happens in Thailand. And there's a lot of people in here that have smarts about visas and that kind of stuff. So you can get questions answered in case we got like 25 new subscribers over the last 28 days, surprisingly. So, so you can, if you don't, like I said, it takes me a while to get back on. I don't look at my uh, Gmail account all the time, but I look at it every 3 or 4 days. But I will get back to whoever, and I try to answer all the comments. I'm a couple of weeks behind on that. I got to do that. But for the most part, I don't know. I consider myself an honest and stand up person, and that's the people that I want to surround myself with. It was really weird because you look back on things, and another thing that I've learned from being from this one especially is surround yourself with good people. And if you surround yourself with good people, what could go wrong? I mean, you'll have a better life. And it's true. I mean, it's worked for me. I can only say for me. I don't know. But when you have good people around you, good things happen, you know? So hopefully that's that way for everybody. Let's see. What are we at? An hour and a half. Okay. I think I'm going to bring this to an end. My feet are numb, which drives me crazy, but it's even worse when I sit stationary for an hour and a half. But you guys are awesome. Anybody that is New subscriber, like I said, feel free anytime you want to jump in. If not, go ahead and send it to my Gmail. It's koidoctor1@gmail.com, and I'll try to answer. One of the biggest things with this channel that I like to get across is if you're an old bastard and you lost your significant other of 20, 30, 40 years and you're in your 60s, you can still have a life. There is a life. 5, 6 years, 7 years ago now, if you'd have told me that, I'd have said you're full of shit. But it is possible. And anybody that I can talk to about that or get that point across, or come to Thailand and check it out, or anywhere over in Southeast Asia, pretty much. But I just like Thailand. I like the government compared to other ones around. I love the people and the way that they live their lives. So it it may, I've got a good life, and it can happen. It doesn't have to. I could have sat at home. I'd be dead because I would have stayed in my house. I had enough money to live my life out. I didn't know pretty much anything. I could have done whatever I want. Most likely, I would have just sat in that house until I died, and it would have been quick because I wouldn't have had Nitnoy around to cart me off to the doctor. I would have died that day 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I would have died in the States. And But you don't have to. And you can come here and you can meet good people. First thing I would say is, start following some good people on YouTube. There's a bunch of them out there. There's Craig and Logan and me and Mitch now is back on. There's a bunch of good people on, and find some good people. And they got communities out there. Kenny and Sompit now, they got a good channel. You learn stuff about building and what it costs and what everything. But you don't have to come over here with any great, okay, well, I was with her for 35 years and now she's gone. I'm going to come over and get married next week and we're going to have children. It's whatever you want to do, but there are some good people here. And for us, I was 62 when I met my wife. She was 38. Was she on the young side? Yeah, but she was exactly what I wanted. Went to bed at 9 o'clock, worked for the government, got up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning, worked five. I didn't want a 19-year-old. I didn't want any of that crap. And she treats me like a king, and whatever she gets, she doesn't get enough. She needs more, and I will try to give her as much as I possibly can until I take my last breath, and she'll be there watching my old ass die. So that'll work too. But anyway, if you think it's over, it's not. You can come here. You can have a good time. It's fun. You don't have to be fast paced. You can if you want. A lot of people want to go to the bars and chase 19-year-olds or whatever they want to do. And who am I to throw rocks, right? But I didn't. I did so much crap between when I was in my teens and 20s. And early 30s. I've seen it all. Pretty much done it all with that aspect of it. And don't need it. And wasn't looking. I wasn't really even looking. She was my best friend. She was my buddy. I confided everything in her, And now, I hate to say it. I've got guy friends and this and that, and they're real good friends. But it was different of the relationship you have with your significant other, your wife, a woman, and get a whole different look. And I wanted that a little bit. And luckily, I found Nitnoyer, and I'm a lucky bastard. So, and everybody here will say they're the luckiest man in the world, and God bless them all. And for the most part, they're Southeast Asian women, and like I said, because most of the time, and I have to say this because I kind of didn't in the past. There's certain things that you have to do, and I've said it before. If you've got a woman that she's working and she's giving money to mom and dad, you've got to give that money if you want her to travel with you. Just the way of life. Suck it up and do the right thing. The other part of it is for us in like 60 or 65, your retirement money coming from the U.S. is a lot of money. They're not looking for multimillionaires, okay? And they care about what's in your chest, okay? They don't care about how old you are and how fat you are, and they care about what you are for the most part. And the women are going to be between 40 and 50, or maybe a little older. And most of the time, their kids are going to be gone. But now comes the disclaimer that I've never said before because of a person that I know. That's all fine and dandy if you don't want kids. I wouldn't have it any other way without having the girls from when they were 14, 15 years old. But their children can dump their kids on your significant or future significant others. And I never took that into consideration. So keep that in your mind that it is part of the Thai culture. And I'm going to say just off the top of my head, and I have no idea if I'm way off base, but 75% of the women in Thailand, their children are living with their mother and father. And that's just a guess. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm that far off. So they could come back, and you could have. Now I don't know if I'd want. I would have to suck it up now because I made that decision. But if these girls have babies and they come back to live with me and my wife, that's just something I'm going to have to suck it up and man up and do what I got to do. But keep that in your mind. I've never said it before. I talked to a couple of people and said I've got to make that mark and let people know, because I usually say, if you're somebody that doesn't want children, most 90% of the time, if they're in their 40s or 50 years old, their kids are grown and gone. But grandkids might come back to live with grandma and grandpa. So, and you'll be the grandpa part of that equation. Is it Happy Mother's Day? Did I miss Mother's Day? Is that Mother's Day in the States? Or it's got to be in the States, right, Scott? So Happy Mother's Day if I missed that. But it will be tomorrow or no? Yesterday? Anyway, Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. All right. I think I got, let's see, go for a walk down the road and back. I'm going to go down next door and do some filming for the video. All right, everybody. An hour and 37 minutes. I want to thank everybody for watching. You guys are awesome, if I don't tell you enough. Mother's Day here in Australia tomorrow. Cool. Happy Mother's Day in Australia tomorrow. I'll have to I'll tell them now. Happy Mother's Day, Australia. Anyway, you guys are great. The new people that are watching, like I said, if you don't feel, put it in there. Go ahead and send me an email. If I can help out, or if you know an aunt and uncle that have lost their significant other and think they're just going to sit there and wait to die, have them write me or something and see what I can do. You never know. But everybody, I'll look up into the camera and say, wait, I got to go over here and make sure I'm on the right button. Okay, I'm ready. Have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you on the next one.